Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Was good. So I got an email, and the email says, "Hey, Mr. Locario, a good topic, please to do. It would be discussing being persistent versus harassing a woman. A lot of guys get nervous to approach these days because it's a crazy world now. Guys don't want to get in trouble for approaching and trying to talk to women. You have some annoying women that will try to raise their voice." And try to draw attention if you approach them in a respectful fashion. It is childish. Give tips, please, on signs when it is time to move on to another woman and the distinction between flirty and direct versus creepy and potentially getting in trouble. Many guys are nervous of this and either make it their approach is really indirect or don't approach at all. Thank you. All right, so being persistent versus harassing a chick. All right, so now, nowadays you got all these chicks out here talking about street harassment and, oh, I don't like when guys come up and approach me and all this other stuff, and a lot of it is bullshit. What it really is that chicks usually don't like when guys that they don't like approach them and try to holler at them because, what it is with women is that women feel like, funny when a dude that they're not feeling approaches them because to them it's almost like an insult. Like, why is this guy who, is this loser or whatever, that's what they're, seeing it as, approaching me, and now I feel harassed and all this other stuff, right? Now, the thing is, if you are approaching a woman and you are basically hitting her up or trying to holler at her after she's already said or, shown that she's not interested in you, and then you keep doing it, then technically that's harassment. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is, and I tell guys is that when you are dealing with chicks and you're approaching girls in the street, you approach them and then you see if there's some sort of cooperation there, right? So if you approach a girl and you say, "Hey, how you doing?" And if she stops and she talks to you, then you continue talking to her, right? But if she's, looking at you funny, or if she like keeps walking by and she's not trying to stop, or, or you trying to talk to her and she's ignoring you and not saying nothing and all this other stuff, then just keep it moving. You understand? Or if a chick's like, "Oh, I don't feel like talking, blah, blah, blah," just keep it moving. Because the thing is, all you really need to look for is 100% cooperation. That's it. You understand? The thing is, there's so many women out here, it doesn't make sense for you to waste time talking to women who's not going to cooperate. It just doesn't make any sense. You understand? So the first sign of her showing that she's not cooperating, just move on to the next girl, because then you won't have to worry about, quote unquote, harassing. You understand? Because there are women out there who will say, "Oh, this guy's harassing me," or act like you're harassing her just off the jump. And they're saying that because, again, just because you're a guy who she might not like or might not be interested in, she sees that as harassment just off the top. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is, you can't control which girls are going to act that way or who's going to see it that way. All you need to do is, if you're approaching girls in the street or whatever, you just approach and you basically approach them, talk to them, be on some respectful shit. And then if she's, standoffish, if she's not trying to talk to you, if she is, acting like a bitch, you just keep it moving. You feel what I'm saying? Like, at the first sign of it, don't try to keep convincing her. Don't try to keep, getting at her and all this other stuff, to try to really make it happen at that point. You understand? Now, this is different than if you are actually, let's say you're at a bar, at a club, or, on a date with a chick, and you are talking to her and you're trying to get all touchy-feely and you're flirting and you guys are sort of going back and forth and she's playing all, on that like hard to get type of stuff. That's a different story, because in that context, you and her are sort of just like flirting with each other. You understand what I'm saying? But if you just approaching a chick on the street and you're approaching her, on a cold approach, and she is acting funny, just bounce. You understand? Just leave. Just keep walking. Don't even engage into that whole shit. If you say, "Hey, how you doing?" or whatever, and she's just looking at you funny and not really saying anything, or she has like this stink look on her face, just walk away. You understand? There's too many girls out there. And the thing is, what happens is that a lot of you guys, when you are approaching girls, you might feel funny when those situations happen, right? So you go up to a girl, you try to talk to her, and she's like, oh, no, I'm not interested, right? So you feel rejected, and you sort of want to not be rejected, so you might keep trying to, make it happen. So you might keep trying to talk to her so that you can turn that rejection around, because you don't like the feeling of being rejected. You don't like the feeling of her saying no or her not being interested. But it's okay to just keep it moving and keep it going and just not, really basically, trying to make anything happen with that particular girl. Because the way society is now, is like, people are on a whole bunch of bullshit. These women are talking about street harassment like it's an actual problem. You understand what I'm saying? And when most of it is not even really street harassment, it's not even harassment really. It's you going up to a girl and trying to talk to her. And again, if she expresses that she's not interested and you keep talking and you keep trying to holler at her after she says, look, I'm not trying to hear it, then technically it is harassment, right? But again, you don't want to look at you approaching a girl as harassment, because you're approaching her once and trying to holler is not harassment. You understand what I'm saying? That's you just going up to a girl and talking to her. You understand? Because, you can be going up to a girl and talking to her and opening your mouth and saying anything. You could basically, I remember one time I wasn't even trying to talk to a chick, and, she dropped her scarf. And I was like basically going up to her to give her back her scarf. And she thought I was trying to holler at her. You understand what I'm saying? So, I was like, hey, what's up? Hey, listen, miss. And then she's like, trying to like ignore me and walk faster. And I said, okay, well, I guess you don't want your scarf. Right. And then she turns around, and then, I just like sort of like, I didn't throw it at her, but I just kind of like tossed it to her, like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, that's just, chicks is on that bullshit. You understand? A lot of them, they don't have the social skills like that. They're always running away because they're annoyed by, getting hollered at all the time. So they don't really know how to conduct themselves in those situations. A lot of times they get, a lot of dudes that they don't like talking to them, and some girls do get dudes who come up and, be on some super aggressive, crazy shit. You understand? So I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but even though that does happen, that still is no excuse for her to, act crazy when you go and approach her. You understand? Because you're a new guy and you're a new person. So she can't take that out on you, even though that's what a lot of them do. Right. But at the end of the day, when you're approaching chicks, look for that cooperation. It has to be 100% cooperation. She has to be reciprocating that interest. If she's not doing that, just walk away. Don't try to, convince her to not reject you, or don't try to keep going and all this other stuff. There's way too many women, let her go and just move on to the next chick. All right. So that's pretty much it. Guys, if you have any questions, click the link below and holla at me. And I will talk to you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. I'm out of here. Peace. All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. Gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.